I'm happy to be with you on the sixth step in the program Stand Up for Your Life. We were talking with you about enjoyment, and to enjoy life, it means to dance with life. And dance start when we surrender to the moment, when we feel the music of the moment. And to give up is a not good state. We should not give up in our life. We should stand up. But surrender, it means to relax deeply in the moment so you can enjoy your life. And when you enjoy your life, you begin to feel support of the source of life, because source of life is bliss, is happiness. In the essence, life comes from bliss. And when we surrender, it means we open up to our life like a partner in the dance. We begin to feel, when you dance, you cannot overthink too much. You just feel, and you are fully involved, and you fully present, and you relax in this, and you begin to feel uh, resonate. You begin to resonate, and this resonance and this movement of unity gives you what we call enjoyment. You begin to enjoy, and when we enjoy, we are fully living. So you can help yourself by feeling the moment of life and enjoying it, and you will feel that the source of you, source of life, is beginning to be enlivened for you. So enjoyment is very important, and every day is worth it to enjoy it. Today we will be talking with you about sixth step, which is to find your inspiration. Because when we are inspired, we have capacity in ourselves to change and influence many levels of our existence. And to know what inspiration means is very essential and important. So I would like to share with you some ideas about logical levels of Robert Dilson. And we have the bottom level is environment. More up we have behavior. More up we have skills. Once more up we have values. And the biggest and most interesting for us now level is identity, which gives us inspiration. And the biggest one is the mission. So we have our mission, we have our identity, we have values, we have skills, behavior, and everything that surrounds us, our environment, our condition, and our situation, and our body, because our body is in some kind of environment. So if you are on this level and you would like to change maybe your health situation, on the level of environment it is very difficult, because we should go up at least one level, and from our behavior, from here we can change something in our environment, because we have to behave, go somewhere, do somewhere, so that we can change something just in our surroundings. So this we understand. But to change our behavior, we need some skills. And to have and acquire these skills and work on your skills, it is good to have your values. And when you have deep values, from this you begin to develop skills, and your skills help your direction of behavior, and your behavior can change your health situation if you have a value of health. But from where the values come? They come from our true identity when we find who we are really in the core. And when we find this our I, the source of I, this changes everything. So the higher is the level, the more influence it has. And I would like to also share with you that every level has this correspondence. Like on the level of environment, we can coordinate. So it is good to have good coordination. On the level of behavior, we have some direction. On the level of skills, it is the active learning, because when we are involved and we actively learn something, we acquire capacities and skills. And when we have skills, it changes our direction, our behavior, the direction of our behavior. And when the direction is changed, we can be like more coordinated in our surrounding, in our environment. Values is a reasons for acting. So when you find your values, you find the reason to actively learn some skills. So if you find the value of health, it means that you find the reason to act in a healthy manner. And to do it really, you will need to develop some skills. So you will actively learn, and you will learn, and you will gain skills. When you have skills, how to drink water, how to have a good sleep, how to have a proper diet, how to do proper for you exercise, and how to maintain your good state of being, and maybe work with your spine and work with something that you need. So you will get these skills, and your behavior, your direction of your behavior day to day will be changed. You will have direction, and it will be true and good direction for you. So it will change everything in your environment. You will begin to dress maybe differently, maybe you begin to run in the evening or in the morning, have some new friends, and have like more opportunities, physical opportunities, to go dancing, to go traveling in your life. So when you find the reason for health, you will make this health for yourself. But identity gives you inspiration. And inspiration means transcendence of limitations. I would like to share with you a story how it was working for me. When I was living nearby Kharkov, now in my place, in my village, there is a big fight and a big war going on. And we have a beautiful river, and I have a house in the forest. And now I don't really know what is there, because biggest fights are happening just right now in this area. But just before the war, just before the aggression of Russian Federation against Ukraine and against really life and the world, I was living there, and it was a life in the nature. We have a house in the forest, and we have a beautiful river and beautiful lake. And I started doing a program for it's called the Wim Hof method. So it is a breathing exercise, it is called exposure, and it is a working with your mind, so that mind can influence nervous system, like in the extreme cold, and you can sustain this extreme cold and become more healthy. So I started to do it, but I was not finding the reasons, a true value to me to do it. So I was starting, then losing like the rhythm, and so I didn't have some results, but I was getting cold at that time. The COVID started, and so there was some fear. When we have a fear, our immune system goes a little bit down, and I had some problem with just usual cold, and there was like some fear in the society, in the world, and I started to listen more carefully that Wim Hof is saying. And one day I heard him, and I found a reason, I found a value of what he was saying in his talks, and also then in his book. I bought his book, and in this book there was like one situation I was reading about it, and from this I started to do the method correctly and very successfully. So he was saying that he was climbing a rock, and when he was climbing a rock, he stuck, and he had some like pain in his leg, and it was dangerous because the pain was going on, and he was up, and it is like a life death situation, and he started at that moment to work with his body through his mind, and his body listened to him in this time. So he transcended this situation and become inspired from this moment. And also he was inspired when he made his first cold exposure, just by feeling that a cold water is like merciless, but is the strongest teacher and gives like a reset to whole nervous system and to the whole body. So I was reading about these two moments, and I gained value that I would like to exercise and do this method, because I would like to see what my mind is capable of, and if I could influence my body the same way with my mind and become more healthy from this. So I understood that there is a possibility that we can gain this strong connection, mind and body. And it gave me like some value and some reason for acting, some understanding, a value. And I started to pay more attention to his video, to his program. I took his program and was gaining skills, how to breathe, how to go to water. And when I was actively learning, and I had these skills, I started to have direction behavior. I started the real like cold water exposure, and it was working, and it changed everything in my environment. It changed how I was feeling myself in the forest, in the village, in the city, and it gave very beautiful results to me. But the most important happened when one day I found my inspiration. It means that I found my identity. I was in the cold water, and I found my identity was about that I am the one who is a warrior and also like a medicine man. A warrior who have respect for nature, for the beauty of life and for the beauty of nature. And I was talking in one video that Indian man in the boxing match helped me to understand deepest value of respect. And when in the cold water, it was extremely cold, it was in the winter, I came and I said to myself, why am I coming to this, going to this lake and in this extreme cold? What it gives me? And it was more deeper than value. It was like about my identity, and my identity was that I would like to be more free, because when I can sustain cold and not be afraid of winter, it means like a quality of warrior who is not afraid, who is brave and who is free. Because when you brave, you are free and you have a more free will. So I found this my identity, that I am a man of a free will and of respect to the nature and the beauty of nature. And also, I'm not just a warrior, I am a medicine man. I would like to heal myself and help other people to be more healthy. And so it gave me inspiration, and it gave me the transcendence of my limitations, and it opened up for me more reasons for acting, more active learning, more direction and more coordination. And this is what really works. When you find your inspiration, you can influence so much in your life. And even higher than your identity, true identity, and your inspiration, there is awakening from sleep, becoming aware of your purpose. And this called mission. When I had like a big branch of tree fall on me, I was able to survive because I had the skills how to work with my mind, with my body. But when the war in the 5 o'clock in the morning started and I was alone in a house and my family was in an apartment, and I had to cure myself this injury in just moments, in hours of this like terrible situation of war. I found that I was waking up and I was seeing that everyone is involved. When I woke up, I was seeing that everyone is involved in making wars, because a war somehow is there is idea that it is necessary for some gain, like gain of power, maybe some political games and gains, and maybe about financial gain. And I was seeing that it is a terrible idea that a war is necessary, and my mission is to stop it, especially this war, because if this war goes forward, it will destroy all the world and every country. And if we go this way, we will not have a future, all of the mankind, all of the humans. If we allow dictatorship like become not like overcome justice, we will have dictatorship global, and then there will be nothing of life. Even if the war will not destroy humankind, this a regime of dictatorship, it will destroy it. And Russian Federation started like a monster, and monsters appear when we live like a sleepy and don't understand our mission, why every one of us comes to this life. We come to express life. and to live life and protect life, nourish life and grow life. And we come to make better future and not make the mistakes of the past. But to do it, we need to wake up, we need to find our inspiration, our motivation, special skills. We have to learn how to do it, and we have to gain a right direction, and then we can be able to change it, like on the ground in our environment. But everything starts from awakening, and really to be awake, it's to understand that there is only idea in our minds that a war is helpful and is like we just make commitment to war. Because if we do not make commitment, we can stop it, like we are starting it in suddenly. So we all can also suddenly completely stop it. It is in our power. But when we are asleep, we manage to have wars. If we wake up, wars stop. And it is better to stop it.